more than the roars of many waters, mightier than the waves of the seas. You are mighty on high, Hashem. The sea is placid and inviting, the deep blue inspiration of poets beneath its surface. It teems with life enough to feed a planet, but nothing on earth is more powerful than the raging sea, spawning tidal waves and storms that can wash away everything in their path. If the oceans are so generous yet so powerful, then how much more generous and powerful is He who made them? This is the story of mortal man. Always remember, the only true source of power is the creator of the universe, who created water. Mayim. Mayim is the waters of life. Mayim Chayim. It gives us energy. And that's what Torah is. Torah is the mighty waters that give us sustenance. Just as the waters that feed the earth, so too the Torah is what feeds our soul and brings us nourishment into everything that we do. One of the fundamental lessons that our teacher Rabbi Akiva teaches us is that when he was 40 years of old age, he hadn't studied anything yet. And one day he stood at the mouth of a well and he said, "Who carved out this stone?" They said to him, "The water that falls on it every day is what carves out that stone." So Akiva said to him, "If you now realize that if what is soft carves out that's so hard, how much more so shall be the words of Torah, which are as hard as iron, they shall hollow out my heart, which is blood and flesh." And that's the message for each and every one of us, to understand that just like water which consistently falls onto a hard stone is able to penetrate through that hard stone, so too the words of Torah, which are soft and beautiful, should penetrate into our hearts and to be able to bring it into a place of loving kindness with the creator of the universe. Just as water comes from the heavens, so too Torah comes from the heavens. Just as water has many voices, so too the Torah has many voices. Just as water restores the soul, so too does Torah. Just as water cleanses the body from tumah, from ritual impurity, so too the Torah cleanses impurity. And just as water originates in tiny drops and accumulates into mighty streams and rivers, so the Torah is acquired word by word today and verse by verse tomorrow. And just as water covers the shamefulness of the sea, so too Torah covers the shamefulness of the Jewish people. And just as water descends drop by drop to form rivers, so too does a person learn Torah, 2 halachas every day, until it becomes a flowing stream.